So today, Arizona has an space economy estimated to be about $3.5 billion. Overall, our aerospace technology is about $15 billion. This love that reaches to my heart feels so good.
Today, I have the pleasure to welcome in the studio Paul Binsfeld, who is Honorary Consul in Arizona. Welcome, Paul.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So can we just start with you telling your story? American, Luxembourger, tell us a little bit about it.
Sure. So I'm from Wisconsin originally, but we moved, in fact, this is my 50th year living in Arizona. And my family, though, the Luxembourg family, the Binsfeld side, came from the town of Beaufort. And they moved to the US in 1864. My great-grandfather was 2 years old, came with his family and settled in Wisconsin and became dairy farmers. So about me personally and my business, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm on my 5th company. I have one called Company Nurse, powered by Lintelio, which is a healthcare and health tech company. And we operate out of Arizona, but we sell our services throughout the United States.
Very good. And as an honorary consul, I think you're very much involved with the space industry.
Yes.
And we remember that Etienne Schneider did a fantastic coup by announcing this program, and I've seen some companies develop. There's a lot of initiatives. So from your perspective, from Arizona, what is happening?
Well, first, and I'd like to say George Schmidt, who is also foundational in the space adventure for Luxembourg. I've actually known him for about 10 years, so I was able to learn a lot from him over the years about what Luxembourg was trying to do. So the question is, what's going on in Arizona? Arizona's space history goes back about to right after World War II. We had quite a few aerospace companies moving to Arizona. We started with Luke Air Force Base, which was for testing F-16s, and now F-35s. We received pilots from all over the world. And then it just built from there. Raytheon has been in Arizona. Iridium was developed out of Arizona, the satellite program. So today, Arizona has an space economy estimated to be about $3.5 billion. Overall, our aerospace technology is about $15 billion.
Wow.
Yeah, the economy in Arizona. So, and it's growing quickly. There's a lot of firms that are moving to, like Virgin Galactic and others, that are moving to Arizona because of the environment, the space that we have for developing their factories and their plants. But also the kind of the economic atmosphere. It's easy to do business in Arizona, and so for that reason we're attracting quite a few space technology companies.
Okay, so the big question is, how can Luxembourg be a part of this success?
Funny enough, Luxembourg and Arizona, aside from the weather, have a lot in common. Luxembourg has, as you know, people from all over the world coming to Luxembourg. So, and Arizona is the same thing. Arizona's attracted a population from around the world, around the country. In fact, the question you ask somebody when you meet them is, so where are you from? And in Luxembourg, it's similar to here. That has driven a very entrepreneurial economy in Arizona as well as in Luxembourg. So from a cultural standpoint, I think the two areas align very, very well. But also, there's Luxembourg, with the University of Luxembourg, has their first kind of MBA program surrounding the space industry. Well, in Arizona, we also have a similar thing with Thunderbird Graduate School. And about 2 years ago, they just formed a space MBA program, and it's focused on space policy and business. And Luxembourg is a bit more research-oriented. So I think, again, that is very complementary. In fact, in June, I led a mission here of folks from the space industry in Arizona. We had some meetings with the Luxembourg Space Agency, ESRIC, and the University of Luxembourg. So already there's discussions going on about what we can do together and how our relative strengths could work together to support each other.
Okay, and as you know, the mantra of the country is let's make it happen. So
exactly.
to get those visits is always nice. We know that Luxembourg excels in road shows, but how can we really make it happen? How can you be making sure that, I don't know, maybe some students start attending the other MBA, or that some great startups from here start getting clients there?
Right. So on that note, number one, we have a discussion happening right now with the LSA and ESRIC about creating a delegation from Luxembourg to our Arizona Space Summit, which will be held at the end of March in 2024. So that's underway. I'm hopeful, the schedules are hard to arrange, but I'm hopeful that that will happen. In addition, Thunderbird has, I mentioned their Space MBA program, but they also have a certificate program. And so I'm starting dialogue between University of Luxembourg, but also HEC, Liège, to actually find a platform to perform the certificate. And what that would do is it would help to educate and be available to the space ecosystem of small entrepreneurial firms here who might need a little bit more education in terms of the business of space, and also specifically how to enter the US market, which is very important to them.
And if we take maybe a step back from Arizona to the world,
Right.
I just had a conversation, a fascinating conversation with Michael Riddle, and we talked about the art of dreaming big. I mean, there is a lot of money here.
Right.
There is a lot of expertise. It's good if we do some MBA collaboration, but how could we really get the space industry as a significant part of our GDP?
Not my area of expertise, but I think it all comes from from just putting people together, and they will find the opportunities. So, for example, there was recently, actually last week, there was an EU-US program for young professionals in space. The Ambassador Bintner to the United States asked me to nominate somebody. I nominated a gentleman from Arizona, has a very interesting autonomous space mining company, and he was accepted into the program, and he's been working with ESA as well. In fact, he's coming back to Luxembourg Sunday night, and he'll be doing some work here as well. So I think it's those types of meetings, discussions, and collaborations from the people that are actually doing things. That's where everything is going to happen. We can, Chambers of Commerce and Ministry of Economy can support it, but it takes the entrepreneurs and the business folks to make that happen.
Yeah, and I often relate to an interview I had with Marcel Marthe, who was Minister of many things in the 70s, who told me that the way he was doing business was to rent a suite in Four Seasons in New York, and he would get potential clients and solve all their problems at once. You know, I'll get you to get the land, an authorization, a road, etc. And I think we need to get back to this because we know that the space industry is booming.
Right.
There's a lot of private players coming behind Elon Musk, and I'm sure Luxembourg could be a part of this success story.
Exactly, I think so. And also getting the governments involved. So the state government of Arizona is extremely interested in promoting the space sector, along with others, of course. And they put their money where their mouth is. So we're actually talking to some of the state representatives and senators to see what we might be able to do in terms of creating a funding mechanism for potential startups and so forth. And again, we could have collaborations with technologies and companies from Luxembourg and find ways to work together in Arizona and Luxembourg.
Perfect. So as we are waiting for the name of the new Minister of Economy, I just hope that they have on their radar that the space industry is a strategical segment for Luxembourg. It's been for years. We need to make things happen. So I wish you a lot of success in those initiatives, and I hope you will make Luxembourg even stronger.
I'm working on it.
Thank you very much, Paul.
This love that reaches to my heart.